were to,
Right.
maybe encapsulate a couple of tips for younger artists, starting out artists, what do you think you would say? Like, just starting out, or what things you've learned, or even maybe what you would tell Jordan Orm 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's a great question. I love that question. Um, I think what I would tell myself 5 years ago, I got so hung up on like specific projects and trying to make every project that I work on like perfect. And now in hindsight, I've worked on, hundreds of projects. So it's like, Jordan, it's that one project wasn't that important. And another thing that I should have learned earlier is I was willing to like sacrifice relationships, and like I was
Mm.
really willing to like
Personal or business?
yeah, I was not that great at the personal side of things. I was willing to do basically whatever. Like honestly, this is a terrible thing, but I would do like very like slightly illegal things, like breaking, like not getting city permits, or like trespassing this tiny area to get a shot, and basically just to try to make my film better. And
Mm-hmm.
that kind of carried over into the relationships things, where I didn't value relationships enough. Like the only thing I cared about was making the best film, or the best
Wow.
movie, best short film.
Sure.
And that is not sustainable. Like you might
Mm-hmm.
make one good short film, but then no one will want to work with you. And in this business, it's such a relational business. And so
100%.
especially in filmmaking, I don't know
Yeah.
if you're maybe an individual artist, like if you're just you by yourself, like that might not apply as much. But
I
with
don't
with
know. I
me
think
and
I
with
agree with
filmmaking,
you.
yeah, it's so important. It's so
Because
important because
who's
yeah,
who's gonna want to work with you in the future? Even as a solo artist, you could say, "Oh, I'm the best. I don't need anybody." That's not true. You need somebody to book
yeah,
your like. When you go to book a gig, they're gonna say no because they know you're gonna destroy a place. You know what I mean? Like it's like
right,
100. I
exactly,
completely agree with you. No, absolutely.
yeah,
Um, to add on to that, like, or to follow up on that, it's super fascinating what you said about the relationships, but also mainly I think what's really interesting is, and I couldn't agree more, is the uh, um, thinking every work has to be your best work, which I think there needs to be a level of excellence. But you're right. I remember being like,
yeah,
this song is a song that could make me famous. You know what I mean? And like now I've released 90
right,
songs, and
right,
now I have this massive collection of songs. Sure, but it's like one of
right,
them maybe,
yep,
or I believe one of them at one point is going to be the one, but like putting all this pressure
yeah,
on this one is just not sustainable,
right,
and it's miserable, and it
right.
takes the fun out of the process. I couldn't agree more. Absolutely.